The poor woman and the rich woman. Once upon a time, there was a poor woman in the neighborhood that had a daughter. The poor woman was a native soap maker and she makes a living from selling native soap. Each day, the poor woman and her daughter gathered materials to make soap, and when the soap is ready, people from the neighboring village will come and buy it all. One day, the poor woman and her daughter prepared soap and waited for buyers, but nobody came. They waited all day into the late evening, but still nobody came to buy the soap. Meanwhile, they had no food to eat at home. At some point, the poor woman's little daughter could not bear the hunger anymore. Her cry had to force her mother to go to the rich woman in the neighborhood to beg for food. The rich woman in the neighborhood and her seven daughters bullied the poor woman and drove her away from their house. The poor woman went outside the gate with her daughter and began to beg and cry, but the rich woman and her daughters did not care. Rather, they went out and drove her further away. One of the rich woman's daughters snipped at her. Do you think we would ever need anything from you? The poor woman and her little daughter went home without any food. They felt as if they would be hungry forever. As they were approaching their house, they saw somebody standing by the side of the road. At first, they did not recognize the person, but when they got closer, they realized it was the poor woman's sister in law. She came to visit and she brought a lot of food with her. The poor woman quickly opened the door, took in our visitor, and narrated their ordeal to her. The woman presented the food she brought for her, and the poor woman quickly cooked, they ate, and they slept. However, the rich woman became sick after a week. The rich woman's children visited the herbalist, and the herbalist told them to pay some money. In addition, they need to bring a part of a palm tree for a concussion. And at this time, the palm tree was very scarce, and the only place this could be found is the poor woman's house. Because of what they had done to the poor woman, they were afraid to go to her house to ask for help. Finally, they summoned courage to go
When
to
they
the
got
poor
to the
woman's
poor woman's
house.
house, the woman demanded that they give her half of the rich woman's
Wealth before she could give one empty palm bunch for preparation of the concussion that would cure their mother's ailments. The rich woman's children pleaded for leniency, but the poor woman did not yield. She insisted on her demand. The rich woman's children invited other people from the neighborhood to please beg the poor woman to accept one quarter in exchange for the palm bunch. The woman insisted and told the people what transpired when she and her daughter had nothing to eat. The people sided with the poor woman and blamed the rich woman and her daughter. Meanwhile, the rich woman's sickness became so serious that the daughters had no option than to give the poor woman half of their mother's wealth to save their mother's life. The rich woman became healed, and the moral lesson of this is we should not take our good fortune in life for granted. Conditions could change. The needy of today could become the rich of tomorrow, and vice versa. When we are blessed, we should share our blessings